Hello. We're going to get right into it right away with a one leg balance. So come up onto your left leg and bring your right leg so that the upper leg is parallel to the floor. And make sure your hips are square so you're not collapsing down into your hip or overdoing it the other way. And find some stillness in this pose. And right away take some deep breaths, settle into the practice. Within this pose, bring your sternum up and your shoulders down and back to open out your posture. And you can bring your arms out beside you to get a nice stretch through your chest. Open your chest and then stretch through your shoulders. And stand up tall and breathe deep. We're going to take our time today and spend time in each posture that we move through. So settle in, be patient, and take deep breaths. Remember to open your posture. Engage your glute on your standing leg. Okay, over your next couple of breaths, slowly move to tilt your body forward and bring your right leg behind you. You can bend your standing leg and keeping your hips square, bring your right leg behind you. And so you want your right hip to be sinking down. So you're lifting it from the inner right leg so that your hips stay square. And then you're building the proper aligned foundation of support through your left leg. So come to a stable position here with your leg behind you. Maybe try to straighten your leg behind you and straighten your standing leg and come into as strong a posture as you can here. Keeping your balance. And now play a little bit with leaning forward more and lifting your back leg even higher. So you're now still very engaged in your standing leg, but you're also getting a stretch. And you can play with bending your standing leg and straightening it. I'm coming back upright now. All the while, keeping your muscles engaged as you move through this range of motion. Standing leg is really feeling the burn now in that calf. I'm doing a couple of rocks forward and back, so bringing my knee in front of me and then bringing my leg back out behind me. Okay, for the final push on this leg, for this set anyway, bring your right knee to parallel and then lift your leg all the way up to form a 90-degree angle with your two legs. If you can't get all the way to 90 degrees, that's okay, just lift it to where you can hold it. But push as high as you can. And hold it here. 2 deep breaths. And release it down. Come onto your right leg and give your left leg a little shake out. Maybe massage your calf. He's really working hard there. Okay. Once you're ready, come back to the mat and stand on your right leg. And we'll lift our left leg so that the upper leg is parallel with the floor. And hold here. Establish that nice strong foundation for your right leg. Engage your glute. Make sure your hips are squared forward. And take some deep breaths. You can also bring your arms back out to the side and work on opening your posture, open your chest, so sternum up, shoulders down and back, and feel the edge of where you can bring your arms. Feel the places where your arms are tight and not used to being in their fully opened position, like wings. Find that tightness and lean into it. Just gently stretch it out while we're holding this engaged posture. And when you're ready, over your next couple of breaths, slowly lean forward and bring your left leg out behind you. Making sure the outside of your left hip sinks down to keep your hips square. And making sure that your glute is engaged on your standing leg. Engaging a pathway all the way down through your knee, through your calf, into your foot. Keeping it strong. Keep your deep breaths going. As much as possible, any movement you do, try to keep it smooth. If it's a little bit jerky, that's okay, because you're establishing these muscles, but we're working on stability here. And one of the great things about stability and having well-established muscle pathways is that the whole range of motion they open up becomes a range of motion through which you can move gracefully, which is part of the goal of my practice. So here on your right leg, you can go back and forth between leaning forward and bringing your left leg up, straightening your standing leg and then bending it again, and bringing your left leg forward. All of this, of course, is changing where the emphasis is on the muscle and establishing the stability of this range of motion. Establishing the stability of your foundation of your right leg. Just keep your deep breaths going. Standing leg is really starting to feel the burn. Next time your knee is in front of you, come to a standing pose, take a deep breath, and lift your left leg. Lift your left foot up so that your leg forms a straight line in front of you. And hold here. release. Okay, very nice. That's round 1 on legs. So we're going to give our legs a bit of a rest for this next section and come down onto the mat. We'll start in on all fours, and we'll just give it 1 or 2 cat-cows. Warm up your wrists a little bit, push into the floor, find some movement to open your hips maybe, stretch out your legs, your feet. Just move around in any way that feels good for a couple of seconds here. Use this as an opportunity to get back into your breath. If it hasn't been, if it's gone to the back burner over the last little while, bring it to the front. And we will now come forward into a forearm plank. So you can bring your hands together or lay them flat on the mat, your choice. And lift up, forearm plank. Pelvis is turned forward, core is engaged, and we're going to hold it here. Try to keep your deep breaths going, filling up your whole torso as much as possible with breath. Let's take 5 more deep breaths in this plank. Ooh, very nice. Okay, keeping engaged, turn to the side and come onto your right forearm. Ooh, side plank. Lift your hips up and bring your left arm into the sky. 3 deep breaths. Okay, back to center. 1 deep breath. And now come onto your left side, side plank. 3 deep breaths. Back to center. And we'll finish it out strong with 3 deep breaths. All right, very nice. Come back into a child's pose, knees as wide as the mat, toes together, and extend it out. Open your hips. You can rock a little back and forth to feel your hips opening. Get a little bit of a stretch through your back and your arms. And then bring your forehead to the mat and take a few breaths just to be still and be quiet and relax. All right, in your own time, over the next breath or two, come to standing. And we're going to move through a little flow before we come into our next set for legs. So on an inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop it back. Lower down and upward facing dog. Exhale to downward dog. And here in your downward dog, take a few deep breaths, get a little bit of stretching through your legs. And on your next inhale, step it up to your hands. And we'll do one more. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hop it back. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Hold here for a moment. And on your next inhale, step your right foot up between your hands. You can keep your left heel lifted and hips square, both feet facing forward. And you can lift up your torso, and we're in a nice extended lunge here. So square your hips, engage the glute on your front leg, and engage all the muscles in your hips, pulling everything together. So this is a strong, engaged stance. And take a few deep breaths. Lean forward a little bit to increase the weight that's on your front leg, engaging your glute. And then lean back a little bit to increase the weight on your back leg. And we'll do that a few times, leaning forward and back. When you lean back, feel free to lift your arms up, get a nice opening through the front of your body. And when you're ready, bring your left hand inside your right foot and reach your right arm up for a twist. Back down and bring your right leg back, plank pose. In this plank pose, give us one strong push-up all the way down. And back up. And bring your left leg between your hands. Hips squared, both feet in forming parallel lines. And come up into the lunge with your left leg forward. Engage your glute. Engage your hips. Deep breaths. Find any gentle movement that you like the feeling of right now. Moving through your range of motion. And bring your right hand inside your left foot, left hand up for a twist. And back down, step your left foot back, plank pose. Take a deep breath. And give us one good push-up. nice. Cross your legs and come to a seat. Bring your feet out in front of you. And with a generous bend in your knees, keeping your hips square, lean forward over your legs. Put your hands right over top of your toes. And come into a seated forward fold. Nice stretch for the back of your legs. And you can gradually push your feet out, your heels out a little bit farther. Increase the stretch. Try to hinge at your hips and not bend your back too much. And you can pedal it out a little bit. Give the outside of your legs a good stretch. As always, find gentle movement. Find a place where you're the tightest right now. Find the stretch that feels the best to you. Whatever muscles you have that really need to be opened up, work into those. Spend some time here. Remember that stretching is just as important as strengthening. We're trying to integrate all of the muscles into one functional system, and both stretching and strengthening are a part of that. Okay, very nice. When you're ready, come onto your back, and I'm just gonna put my butt on my heels here. And from here, what you can do is kind of extend your knees down to get a really nice stretch through the top of your legs, through the front of your legs. And you can pedal them out individually to increase the stretch. And this is a good, this is a really good feeling one. And you can just kind of move around within it and find, again, find some tight muscles and let them breathe, let them open up a little bit. You can also do a nice big yawn stretch. Open your shoulders, open your chest. Get a little twist. Make it your own, move around. Get some muscles opening up, get some good feelings going on. Let out some noise. And come on out of that and give a couple of rocks up and down your spine. A little bit of nice massaging for your shoulder blades perhaps. And roll forward up onto your feet. Come once again onto your right leg. Lift your left leg up behind you. We're coming into the second set for our one leg balances. So all that big push that we had before, we want to go over those same pathways again just to really cement it in as a strong growth day for leg strength. So make sure you have that strong pillar of support, that your glute is engaged in your standing leg. And once again, play with moving between an upright position with your left leg in front of you and a folded position with your left leg behind you. Moving through the range between those two stances. Increasing the ability of your right leg to act as a stable foundation for movement. Deep breaths. When you're leaning forward with your left leg behind you, make sure your hips stay square. If you have it in you, you can lift your left leg up in front of you as high as you can, straight out. So your right leg is super engaged, holding you up. Your left leg and your hip flexors are engaged. Brings your core into it a little bit. You can be feeling it in your lower back as well. A little bit longer here. Really open up to that burn in your standing leg. And release. Come back down to a seat. Come back down onto your mat. Oh, you can bring your knees to your ears if that's a pose that doesn't hurt your back or your neck or anything, and massage your shoulder blades once again back to where we started. And when you're ready, maybe take a couple of rocks again, massage your back on either side of your spine, massage your shoulder blades. And swing up to come to standing on your left leg. Bring your right leg behind you and come into that nice one-legged balance. Hips squared, so don't let your right hip open out to the side, but make sure it's squared down. And engage your standing leg. Deep breaths. You can be doing whatever you want here, whether you want to be standing upright or leaning forward, wherever you feel like you need the most work today. The main thing is, keep standing on that one leg. That foundation is the main push for this exercise. Strengthening your calf, your foot, your ankle. Everything else is kind of a bonus. Really good bonus though. All right, just a couple more deep breaths, and then we'll come out of this one. Okay, relax, shake out your legs. Whew, really good. Really good. That was 2 strong rounds of legs. I'm gonna take a sip of my water here. So that was our second set of legs. In between, we did do a nice forearm plank for core. So we're gonna come down again onto the mat. Come to sitting this time, and we're gonna do a second little set for core, but we're gonna do a boat pose this time. So bring your legs in front of you. Start to lean back and lift your heels off the ground, keeping your legs nice and square. You don't need to lift super high, just off the ground. Core is engaged. This is also big for your hip flexors. And hold it here, take deep breaths. If you want more of a challenge, you can lift your legs, lift your feet higher so that the lower part of your legs are parallel with the floor. Very engaging for your hip flexors, for your core, for your lower back. Hold it here. Deep breaths. If you want more of a challenge, you can straighten one leg and then the other. Okay, keep it strong. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Relax everything down. Come onto your back. You can bring your feet as wide as the yoga mat and let your knees fall together. Arms wherever is comfortable. Head relaxed on the mat. And you can stay here or you can let your legs flop down, splay out, whatever. And we'll finish with just a few deep breaths here on the floor. Okay, great work. See you next time.